What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm just watching the end of Raw. The symbol at the end of Monday Night Raw is, could it be Dean Ambrose walking out of WWE Roadblock with the WWE World Heavyweight Champion? Will WWE pull the trigger and will they walk out, or will they pull the trigger for him to walk out as WWE World Heavyweight Champion? I don't think so, but, stranger things have happened, ladies and gentlemen. Stranger things have happened. And on to the Raw review. Welcome to this very special podcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you guys wanted on Twitter. I wanted to do a 200 subscribers views, 200 subscribers special thing. And I got my wish, ladies and gentlemen. You guys wanted a special podcast, and you guys are going to get a special podcast. Apologies if you just heard that in the background there. I was just doing a little something from my other channel there, so my apologies to that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Monday Night Raw. First of all, before we get to Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give a big thank you to everybody who supported the Wrestling Matters channel. It is greatly appreciated. Tune in. Subscribe, like, share, do all that good stuff. This is a 200 subscribers podcast, my review of March 7th, Monday Night Raw, and it's greatly appreciated your support as well, ladies and gentlemen. And the only way you get to hear stuff like this, watch my review videos, watch my podcast, weekly podcast that I'm doing as well, which are getting a lot of downloads lately, which is quite amazing. The only way you'll get to see all that as well, besides my website, and keep up to date with everything that goes on this Wrestling Matters channel, is if you subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that subscribe button. And yes, like I said, guys, this is a very special podcast on Monday Night Raw, the Raw review, ladies and gentlemen. Monday Night Raw review. They kicked off with Shane O'Mac. Yeah, Shane's back. And him and his dad had some choice words, rather, regarding to WrestleMania and everything, and what happened last week, and Shane McMahon and his father denouncing him as his son or re-announcing him, whatever. Excuse me. And he comes out, Vince, and has this picture of him and Shane when he took Shane to his first WrestleMania match or wrestling show, and proceeds to throw it on the floor and stamp on it. And then proceeds to send the security guys down to go down and fight and try and escort Shane out the building. To no avail, because Shane literally beat the piss out of all four of them. Will he do that? Now, quite frankly, don't get me wrong. I said this during the later on in the show as well on Twitter. I said this on Twitter, and he made a 3-on-1 handicap match, elimination handicap match with Dolph Ziggler versus League of Nations. More on that later on. I'm kind of pulling for Shane McMahon to win this match at WrestleMania. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Undertaker. Okay, I always have, always will, good, bad, evil. He's got to that point where he's one of them guys where, even if you make him heel, you still got to cheer him. And he made it clear that he's not afraid of the Undertaker. He's going to look the Undertaker dead in the eyes. I'm pulling for him at WrestleMania because at the end of the day, I want to see something that should have happened 2 years ago. I want to see the Authority die. This authority thing is probably in a way one of the reasons why Shane McMahon is back in the first place. It's pathetic. I'm sick of it. It's played out way past its course, and it's time to put all that to bed. And hopefully Shane will do that at WrestleMania. Although he'll have his hands full against the Phenom and the King of the Hell in the Cell matches, The Undertaker. Which is kicked off with Kevin Owens one-on-one with Neville for the umpteenth time. An epic match. Highlight was Kevin Owens one of the highlights was Kevin Owens wearing JBL's hat and doing his very best impersonation of JBL. But all in all, this was a back and forth match. This was just flat out awesome. One of two matches that were great on Raw this week. More on the other one later on. This was just great. Kevin Owens. This was a good old fashioned NXT match, quite frankly, and it was just amazing. And then obviously Kevin Owens gets the victory at the end. And as he's about to leave, he attacks Neville. And as he's about to leave again, he picks up Neville, looks to pop up powerbomb him or powerbomb him on the apron, just like he did to him in NXT. But as that's about to happen, Sami Zayn returns, comes out, confronts Neville, fist fight ensues, and looks like people may very well get their dream come true at WrestleMania. Because when I did the Royal Rumble podcast, somebody said Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. They may get their wish. And it will probably be for the Intercontinental Championship as well. Considering now Kevin's got the IC title. But hey, like I said on the Royal Rumble podcast, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. I'm all for it. I've got no problem with that. Like I said, Stephanie made a match between Ziggler and the League of Nations because Ziggler apparently was trolling the Authority on Twitter. So that's what happened. Bit of a bathroom break match, quite frankly, with Brie Bella versus Summer Rae. And Summer Rae beats Brie Bella thanks to Lana. What the hell's this deal with Lana, who looked hot, by the way, versus Brie Bella? Could this be Brie Bella's last WrestleMania match? Because she's already made it clear that she's going to leave the WWE very, very soon once her contract runs out. So she's already made that clear. Maybe Brie's putting Lana over. I don't know. But, yeah. Dean Ambrose came out in a segment and vows on WWE Roadblock to earn the respect of Triple H. Triple H comes out in a back and forth verbal match continues, and Triple H backpedals a little bit and makes a match between Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose later on in the main event. More on that later on. And then on to Ziggler versus League of Nations, which was quite frankly just a one-sided match, to be honest. Although Ziggler did eliminate Wade Barrett in the match, it was just League of Nations win with a bro kick from Sheamus. Excuse me. I mean, this is just getting beyond the joke now with Ziggler. I mean, what they're going to do with Ziggler, I don't know. But I think Ziggler's hoping for a change in direction after WrestleMania, because if the Authority is still in charge after WrestleMania, you may as well pack his bags and leave, quite frankly. I mean, Wade Barrett's already made it clear that he's going to be doing that because he's not happy with his position in the WWE, and he's already made it clear when his contract runs out, he's done. So the League of Nations could go from 4 to 3 very, very soon. They play a video of O Mac's WWE history, you know, his matches that he's had in the past and stuff like that. And then a Divas tag match ensued with Becky Lynch, another match from Fastlane with Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks versus Naomi and Tamina. We saw Sasha get the victory, although Becky did get attacked by the Divas champion. Divas title, Charlotte, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, triple threat match at WrestleMania. I think Charlotte's going to be losing the title at Mania. That's just my opinion on that one. More on my predictions in a future podcast or future video coming soon to this channel. But it seems that Charlotte, or the Divas division, is going to take a change in direction at some point, probably at WrestleMania. I don't know who's going to be getting the title, but we may have a new champion. I'd be very surprised if Charlotte retains. But this Divas Revolution thing is now a stalemate, if you ask me. And I hope after this as well, there's no more Tamina and Naomi versus Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. Tamina and Naomi need to fly the coop and do their own thing, quite frankly. And yes, there's more truth in Goldust bullshit. First off, it was Goldust chasing Truth to be his tag team partner. It seems to be the other way around now. Where this is going, I don't know, and quite frankly, I don't care. And on to the second awesome match of the night, which was Y2AJ challenging the New Day for the tag team titles. This was amazing. This was actually still the show, quite frankly. Back and forth stuff, high impact offense. A bit of the old AJ too from TNA, with the springboard 450 splash that he did, and stuff like that. It was just phenomenal, man. No pun intended. Actually, every pun intended, because it was phenomenal. And hey, I'll give credit to the New Day as well. They put up a match as well, great match as well against AJ and Y2J. And I think AJ was going for a move. It ended up getting countered, and then I believe, was it AJ who got pinned? Yeah, it was AJ who got pinned after Biggie countered whatever move AJ was attempting into the big landing, that finishing move that Biggie does. I can't remember what the name of it is, but the big ending, that's it. And New Day retained their titles in what was definitely a hard-fought match. But the story of the match was after the match. AJ helps Y2J up, and then Y2J turns a heel turn and hits 3 code breakers on AJ. And then tells JoJo backstage that he didn't like the fact that AJ was getting more cheers than him in Chicago, in a place where Y2J was born in 1999 on a Monday Night Raw episode. I think we know what's going to go down at WrestleMania involving AJ. Another Chris Jericho match, maybe. So that means it'll be 3-1 with AJ and Chris Jericho. Yeah, go figure. But all in all, great tag team match. And since now that Y2AJ is no more, I guess their proposed match for Roadblock is now called off. Kalisto beats Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze jobbing out is really pissing me off. And if Triple H is hearing this, you run NXT, brother. Get Tyler Breeze and just put him back on NXT and just keep him there, because that's what he needs. I mean, Kalisto winning. Ryback gives Kalisto some advice on to ditch Sin Cara and go on his own, just like Ryback did. And then Ryback comes out and just totally destroys Curtis Axel from the Social Outcasts. And then it went on to the main event, Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose, which, like I said at the beginning there, saw Dean Ambrose get dirty deeds on Triple H and hold the WWE World Championship. Could that be a prelude to Roadblock this Saturday, which I'll be reviewing as well, so look out for that on the channel. And the match ended in a DQ. It was a great match, but it ended in a DQ because the Wyatts attacked Dean Ambrose, all members of the Wyatt family. But a little intriguing matter that happened, because Bray Wyatt and Triple H were face-to-face at one point, and Bray Wyatt made a gesture to the World Heavyweight Championship. Could we see Triple H versus Bray Wyatt at some point? Granted, Triple H keeps the title, of course, which I don't think will happen, because Roman Reigns will get his belt back at WrestleMania. But I wouldn't mind seeing Triple H versus Bray Wyatt at some point. We will see. All in all, a good Monday Night Raw, quite frankly, and a very good ending to Monday Night Raw as well. And I'm going to give that a good solid 8 out of 10, quite frankly. Maybe I'm going, no, you know what, 7.5 out of 10, because there was some dodgy bits and everything, but it was okay. I liked it. I liked what I saw. Like I said, 7.5 out of 10 and 4 out of 5 in my terms as well. If I'm scoring it out of 5, because it was actually a good Raw. I really did enjoy it. All in all, ladies and gentlemen, Roadblock is this Saturday. March 12th, I'll be reviewing it on this channel. So, like I said, you'll get to see or hear these podcasts or Raw reviews or video reviews on shows of WWE and other great wrestling promotions as well. Only the best on this channel, ladies and gentlemen, and the only way you'll get to hear that or see it or whatever is if you subscribe to this channel. And you must subscribe to this channel as well. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Weekly podcast as well. I am now 101 on the Wrestling Matters podcast as well. And like I said earlier on, before as we were starting this little podcast, guys, I find it very intriguing what's been going down on SoundCloud, man, because I put the Wrestling Matters podcast episode up. Both links to the podcast will be in the description below. On SoundCloud, it's already got 12 downloads. The 100th episode of the podcast, which took place last week, which is up on SoundCloud as well. Again, link in the description below. That has got 83 downloads, which is quite intriguing, to say the very least. And, it's mind-boggling because that's never happened before until now. So I might have come onto something there, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of that. But yeah, I mean, it was amazing. It's amazing, and your support, guys, for this podcast and anything I do on this channel is amazing, and I appreciate it very, very much indeed. I'm looking to do other things as well, guys. If you guys want to mention on my podcast, or if you want to come on the podcast and speak your mind, wrestling fans are welcome on my podcast, guys. Hook me up on Twitter at Tony_Walker or at WM Podcast as well. Hook me up on there, let me know, and we can organize something. You can come on and speak your mind about the wrestling business. Give your say, whether it's good, bad, ugly, whatever. Get yourself on. You're more than welcome to come on. I do have guests that come on the podcast as well. So if you want to come on, just let me know. I'll leave the link to the Twitter in the description below. And also, guys, be sure to check out March 13th as well, which will be recorded on Saturday, I believe. But March 13th is the anniversary of Max Wrestling's podcast as well. So be sure to check that out. And the reason why I say be sure to check and look out for that is because I'm co-hosting it. That's right. You heard me correct. I'm co-hosting it with Daz. Kenny's going to be on there, all being well, as well. And there's going to be a lot of good stuff on there. And I have a few tricks up my sleeve for the podcast as well. And this week I'll be preparing for that podcast as well with a few other tricks up my sleeve as well, because every time I've got on that podcast and participated in these quizzes that they do on there, they always talk about WWE, WCW, and I'm going to throw a few curveballs in on this one since I'm the co-host as well, all with Dad's permission, of course, because it's Max Wrestling Podcast is his baby. His rules apply, and just like if it was me, my rules would apply on this show as well. So be sure to listen out for that as well. I will put all the links in the description below, and I'll probably promote that as best I can as well. But be sure to check that out as well. I might even put a sneak peek on my SoundCloud account. I have to wait and see. But be sure to check that out as well. I will be co-hosting it this coming weekend, so look out for that. And look out for the episode podcast, Wrestling Matters Podcast, episode 102, this coming weekend as well. Also, look out for episode 101. Like I say, the SoundCloud link will be in the description below, and I'll put the YouTube link as well and other stuff like that if I need to. And guys, thanks for taking the time to listening to this Raw review. It's my 200 subscriber podcast. To all the 200 subscribers that I've got, thank you so much for subscribing. If you're new around here at the Wrestling Matters channel, I only promote and talk about the best in professional wrestling. And yes, I do talk about WWE as well. So be sure to check everything out. The only way you get to keep up to date with everything that goes on this channel. There's a few other new things as well coming to this channel as well in the due time. But like I say, follow me on Twitter. get up to date with everything, and subscribe to the channel, because that's the only way you'll get to keep up with everything that goes on this channel. And my name is Anthony Walker. Thank you so much, you guys, for over 200 subscribers. There's more to come. I'm not done yet. Thanks for your support. Keep supporting. Keep showing your love. It is greatly appreciated. And until next time, guys, my name is Anthony Walker for this very special edition of the Raw Review of this very special podcast. You guys are awesome, and you're all too sweet. Peace out.